As we enter October, I was thinking, what would be the absolutely perfect theme park Halloween event? Ooh, I got some ideas. My daughter and I really enjoyed the recent Pumpkins in the City at Silver Dollar City, and we've been to a few different Halloween events at different parks. As we were on our way home from Silver Dollar City, we were thinking, what would make this the absolutely perfect Halloween event? What they've got is good to start with, but it needs more, and so what could they do that would make it more and better and perfect? And we started comparing it to our visits to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party down at Magic Kingdom in Florida, and the Oogie Boogie Bash at California Adventure last year, as well as different things that we've done at other parks, for example, SeaWorlds and others. And as we started tossing around ideas, we started coming up with what we thought was the perfect theme park Halloween event. And I'd be curious if you agree with me or not. So as I go through, leave your comments below. I'd love to know what you think is the perfect event. And of course, if you like this video too, please make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and share it as well. So we came up with 9 keys to having the perfect Halloween event at a theme park, inspired by Disney, Silver Dollar City, Dollywood, SeaWorld, and a few others as well. Number 1, family friendly. Now, I know a lot of y'all love going to the haunts and the haunted houses and the scare events and the blood and the gore and all of the cutting edge stuff. That's fine, but for us, the perfect event's gotta be family friendly. It's gotta be something that is going to be welcoming and fun for a 4 or 5-year-old, as well as a teen, as well as parents, as well as grandparents. Something they can all do together. This isn't an exclusive event, it's an inclusive one. Let's get everybody together and let everybody have fun. I think that's why the Disney events are so incredibly popular, and why Dollywood's version of the Pumpkins is gone huge, and why Silver Dollar City's is getting there, once we can get past coronavirus, that is. So it's got to be something friendly for everybody. Now, if you've got a large enough theme park that's got a little spur or an outside loop, okay, maybe you can close off one part of it and have that as your scare zone with the monsters and the haunted houses and stuff. But it's got to be something that's easy enough for families to avoid. That's kind of my big thing. So, there's room in there for that maybe, but it's got to be a section that anybody that wants to avoid it can. That's my biggest overall thing. Family friendly. And part of that is because, yes, I know I am not into the scares. I'm not into the monsters. I'm not into the haunted houses. That's just never been something I've liked and enjoyed. I like going and goofing off and having fun, and that's what I would want for everybody to be able to do. Number 2, it's got to have some daytime fun. This is the place actually I think SeaWorld probably has done the best, because if you go to SeaWorld's Spooktacular event, they've got a number of things going on during the daytime for the kids. They've got cookie decorating. They've got Sesame Street show. They've got a number of other small things that kids can enjoy and have fun with. And I like the fact that it's not just a nighttime thing, but it's also daytime. I love the idea of letting the day start a little bit earlier and having some fun with it that way. And I'm sure that there are things that people can come up with that you can also do during the daytime that would be a lot of fun. Different games and events and contests and stuff like that. But the cookie decorating and some things like that were a great way to start. Maybe have a big harvest meal or something like that. That could be a good way to start off with a nice dinner. Number 3, costumes. This is a huge one for me, and it's one that Disney has caught on to, but I don't really see anybody else doing this yet. But it was one of the most fun things about the Disney events, was being allowed to dress up and wear costumes. Yes, there are guidelines. You've got to have safety guidelines so people aren't getting hurt or causing hazards. So you don't have costumes that are dragging on the ground. You don't have costumes with big pieces hanging out. Nothing that's really big out there. Nothing that's completely covering the face, so no heavy fur suits. You've got to be able to see the eyes, even if it's sunglasses, although at night that's kind of weird. I wear my sunglasses at night. Things that are friendly. Again, no monsters, no scary stuff. But we had so much fun coming up with group costumes. To be able to dress up as characters from Peter Pan one year and as villains another year. But doing it in such a way that was family friendly and fun and creative. We had a blast doing that. Now you also have to make sure you don't allow people to dress up as characters that might legitimately be in the park. You don't want guests looking like the real character. But let them have fun with it and show their creativity. Maybe even find ways to give out prizes to creative costumes. Let your employees or cast members hand out like some free little ticket for $1 off or a free pin or something to just say, hey, that's an awesome way to be creative. You could even potentially do a costume contest where you would have a couple people at the gates looking for really creative costumes and handing out entry tickets, and only so many can go out. Then having a big show off of all these costumes later. Something like that could be cool, but we had so much fun with the costumes and cosplaying, and really, if you want the best event, find a way to incorporate that while still keeping it family friendly and saying, we don't want anything really scary. And of course, related to costumes, trick-or-treating! I mean, why dress up if you're not going to go trick-or-treating? And yes, for all ages. This isn't a kid's thing. If you think it's just a kid's thing, you need to go to Not So Scary at Disney. As adults, we had more fun trick-or-treating. For my wife, in fact, it was the first time she'd ever been trick-or-treating, and she had a blast. You can give out trick-or-treat bags. Disney just has very simple ones. You give out a variety of different treats, candy bars, but also we got packages of carrots and apple slices. And so you had some healthy treats mixed in with the candy. And that made it a ton of fun. The park that really knocked this out of the ballpark was California Adventure. When we were walking around there with the villains interacting with people in line, oh my goodness, it was the most amazing experience. The most hysterically funny experience because they're just teasing and ragging on people and kind of having conversations. Oh, it was hysterically fun. You didn't stop to take pictures, you just kept walking while talking with them. But it was amazing. And of course they had the lighting and the atmosphere. Trick-or-treating really is just a fantastically fun time, and who doesn't want to come home with a big bag of candy? Yes, we know that you paid more for your admission ticket than that candy cost, but you earned it. It was more fun that way. So much more fun than going to the store and just buying a bag of candy. Number 4, atmosphere. And I hinted at this with the trick-or-treating. You've got to have the lighting, the music, the decorations, fall decorations around with the fall leaves and the pumpkins and the jack-o'-lanterns and the scarecrows and corn and other things like that to help add to it. But then especially as the sun begins to go down, the lights come up and you have the greens and the purples and the reds and just kind of giving it this amazing atmosphere. This is easier if you've got the woods, but you can do it without. Disney has done this with projections on Main Street. Just an amazingly beautiful time of night as all of this lights up. Silver Dollar City's got the pumpkins everywhere that light up. So yes, lots of neat lighting. Music is also huge. Have fun music, my goodness. There's a couple right off the bat. Did you go, oh, the Monster Mash and This Is Halloween? But there's a lot of other just plain fun Halloweenish songs or fall songs. You want it upbeat, you want it lively, you want people to be having fun as they're going around, because that's the point. Again, nothing too creepy or scary. You can throw in an occasional something like that, just again for some atmosphere, but have it just fun. Number 5, a stage show or a DJ or some sort of big entertainment that is specifically for it. Disney does a couple different things. They've got a castle show that is just for it based on Hocus Pocus. Silver Dollar City, they had a DJ and an entertainer. You could actually even do both for this, which is probably a good thing. Give a variety of entertainment that people can enjoy. The Hocus Pocus show is just a fun, goofy, ridiculous thing that allows them to bring in a lot of the Disney villains and tell a ridiculous story. The DJ allows everybody to just plain have fun. You gotta get a good DJ. This can be tough. But you want somebody that has a good skill with getting the crowd involved. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be Halloween music. It just has to be fun. So you do some line dances, the Cupid Shuffle, and various things that get people just up and moving and having a good time. Maybe that's a good time to have like a quick kids costume contest in between and get some entertainment that people are just having fun with. Photo ops are part of this as well. Silver Dollar City's got their pumpkin. Disney has characters. SeaWorld has had a couple of their characters. Get some different characters of some sort that are out there for people to take pictures with, but make sure you've got people performing that are having fun while doing it. Again, with all of this, family friendly is the key. You want the kids to feel free to dance along with mom and dad, or to have fun watching the show, even if they don't totally get all the jokes. You don't want something that's going to terrify a young child. You can definitely throw a few lines in there that only the older people are going to get and have some fun with. Let it go over the kid's head, but it doesn't have to be non-kid friendly. You still want to entertain the adults, absolutely. But don't make it so that it scares a kid off. Number 6, a walkthrough. And again, keeping with the family-friendly theme. California Adventure had this amazing walk in the woods with different areas of it highlighting different villains and lighting effects and music, and oh my goodness, this thing was amazing to walk through. There was nothing in there that was going to scare a child, but the effects they had in place and the atmosphere, there was a reason it had a line to get in, because it was just an amazing walkthrough. Just absolutely fantastic. Silver Dollar City has something similar with their pumpkin walks, and again, it's in the woods. You've got mist makers, you've got music, you've got all these jack-o'-lanterns, and all sorts of stuff to be able to see, and it's just a really cool thing to walk through and to look for all these different pumpkins. Hey, look at that one. Check this one out. Whoa, did you see that one over there? Hey, there's a hidden deal over there. Just something that's fun for everybody to walk through, to spend some time and enjoy seeing the creativity of the people at the park. This is an opportunity to let your park people go crazy with their creativity and what they can come up with. And you'd be surprised. There's some really neat things. I love doing both of those walkthroughs. Number 7, a parade. Yes, I love parades. Disney's been going the wrong route on parades lately and eliminating more than they've been adding. And I wish Silver Dollar City had one. It is easily possible to do a parade for this. In fact, my favorite parade at all of Disney is their Boo-to-You parade for the not-so-scary parties. California Adventure had a shorter version of it, which was still a lot of fun. There just wasn't as much there. But have some fun with it. And again, you can do this easy and be family-friendly. You can have a Gravedigger drill team. You can have the ghosts dancing down the street. You can have the villains rock band. There are things you can do that are just fun with this. You can do the Chicken Little, the Sky is Falling, the Rooster and the Hen. If you want a perfect example of a Halloween parade, look at the Boo-to-You parade at Disney. It's just amazing, and it's so much fun. Of course, having a good catchy music soundtrack helps. You know, if you've got Mr. Baloo here bouncing along with the music and singing, you probably got that going right. Get something fun for the family, and then just watch them have fun as these people come by, and let your entertainers have fun with it too. I love parades, especially when they're done well. Number 8, merchandise! You gotta have special stuff just for sale at the party. And it could be things like, okay, my trick-or-treat bag's not big enough. I need a bigger bag. So you can do something simple like that. You can do collector's pins, magnets, shirts are a must. Light up gadgets, give it a chance to be able to light up at night and be able to glow and flash. Just some various things. Of course, the night spinners and glowing necklaces for the kids and things like that. Anything that lights up is always cool. Having some special stuff that you can only get at the event, that they don't sell during the daytime during normal hours, but it only comes out at night. For Disney, they had special merchandise carts that came out that had merchandise that was specifically just for that event, and it wasn't out at any other time. The only time you could actually even get to those merchandise carts, you had to go through the line to pick up your trick-or-treat bag and kind of check in, and the carts were there on that line. That's when you got your exclusive merchandise. Have some fun, get creative with it. Tell people it's collector's items, even if you've made 10,000 of the pins. Tell people it's a collector's pin, that it's only available during that event. They'll buy it. Trust me, I do. Have some neat merchandise just for the event. And then the last one, food. Yes, you've got your normal food available. Make sure your food booths are open during the event. This was actually something I did kind of criticize Silver Dollar City. There were very few snack options available in most of the park. They closed most of them down. They had a couple available in one event area, but they didn't have a lot of food available during the nighttime. Keep your food open. Even if you close your big restaurants, have your snacks open, your quick service food, and then bring out special items, special desserts, coffin cakes, for example, instead of cupcakes, or various different things. Get creative. Have some things that are only for sale during that event. Pumpkin cider, pumpkin cappuccino, pumpkin cakes, of course. Different funnel cakes that are only available during it. Disney comes up with this huge long line of desserts that are only available during their Halloween parties. And some of them are really cool. Come up with some different items that the only time you can get them is during the party. And that's it. You want to try it? Well, you're going to have to come to the party to try it out and make them look good. We had some of the most amazing desserts at the Not So Scary Halloween party. My daughter loved her cappuccino, her pumpkin cappuccino that was at Silver Dollar City's event. Have some fun. Get creative. Offer some things that don't get offered any other time, and have a blast with it. It's going to give people another reason, another incentive to come. When you add in all the special events, the merchandise, the food, and all of these things that don't happen during normal daytime things, yeah, people are going to want to come for the nighttime event and bring their kids and their families and spend money, because that's where the money is in the families. So that's kind of my idea of what a perfect theme park Halloween event is. Is it something that everybody can come and have a fun, friendly, safe party in costume, trick-or-treating, that everybody gets to enjoy. I love to see that at more parks. I'm grateful to see Silver Dollar City finally doing something along that lines. Not So Scary has always been one of my favorite events. I loved working it. I loved visiting during it. I wish more parks would do things like that. And you can see it with Dollywood out in Tennessee that they started kicking off the Pumpkin Fall Festival. And in a couple years, it just got huge there. I'd love to see more parks doing stuff like that. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there something I missed that they think they should have? Is there something I mentioned that you're like, yeah, okay, maybe not so much? I would love to hear your views too. Please share them in the comments below. Thank you too for checking out the description. There's a ton of info in it about links and merchandise and fan pages and all sorts of stuff, so check the description. Thank you as well to my patrons and my YouTube supporters. They are the ones that help make possible, along with Alex at Teach Us Media. Thank you, Alex, for me to go to the Not So Scary with my family a couple years ago and the Oogie Boogie Bash in California Adventure last year. That's where a lot of the pictures came from. My financial supporters help make stuff like that possible. And I try to reward them as well as I can. If you want to know more about that, be sure to check the description below as well. Thank you so incredibly much for watching, and have a wonderful, blessed Halloween season. And of course, if you like this video too, don't forget to let your phone buzz in the middle of it. It's got to be something that you are friendly. But I'm the cookie cutting. Why am I not talking? But then, especially as Disney has done this with projections on City Hall. If you want a perfect example of a Halloween parade, look at Minnie's.